Doctor, what are you doing, Wayne? You ready for me to read the Bible? Did you read that Facebook post this morning, Burglar? About Michael Hahn? That's for you, wasn't it? So somebody, the medical record shows that Michael Hahn died in Fort Worth at his mom's house at 5:30 a.m. on October 12, 2008. Okay, that's the medical record. I got that posted. And then somebody called the Odessa American. I had to dial the phone, call them up, and say, here's a death notice. Michael Hahn died in Fort Worth. That was done posted on the 14th, on October 14th, 2008. 4 days later, somebody called the Odessa American up and changed it to Midland. So on the October 18th, 6 days after Michael Hahn died, it was changed from Fort Worth to Midland to show that he died in Midland. So I had both of them posted on Facebook and that he died there. So then the questions asked is, who called the Odessa American and had it changed from Fort Worth to Midland? Why was that done, right? And so I think the obvious answer to that is it was changed because there was witnesses that Michael Hahn was murdered here at this home in Midland. And one of them witnesses is my neighbor across the street, Marilyn DeLuigi, that told me twice, she has told me that Michael Hahn died in this house. And one time she looked at me and says, I should know, right? And yeah, she should know, you know. And so, but the official medical record says he died in Fort Worth, okay? His sister, Susan Magana from Fort Worth, I think, called me one time, okay? And she's actually told me that Mike died at his mom's house, which was Susan Tennis in Fort Worth. And I believe she said she's the one that called the Odessa American. And maybe even the one who wrote the obituary. So that might be a person that needs to be asked some questions. It's Susan Magana or something like that. And so, and then recently, Brian Tennis, which I guess was a stepbrother, contacted me on Facebook, and of course he said he's married to somebody that used to live in this house with Michael Hahn right before he died. So that was real interesting. Of course, he denied, there being any murder here, etc. Right? One other interesting thing is I had already found, after I figured out that I was shot underneath the cabinet in the utility room, and I looked under there, I found that Kansas City cheese tap. Okay, well, since I knew I was shot from under there, and there was concrete there, obviously the concrete was poured after I was shot. I figured that was poured in the 3 days between when the secret police were in my house, caught in my house on the 29th, on January 29th, 2012, and when the official or only known entry of the secret police to my house on February 1st, 2012. That's when Rosie Rodriguez come to the hospital, had me sign a consent to search form pretending that they were going to start the investigation, not knowing that she had been caught on camera, because we see her picture in my house. And of course the story behind that is I was at the hospital a few hours before that, after I got shot, saying there's proof at my house, and obviously she found out there's proof at my house, decided, we have to steal that proof, and they come in and they accidentally started the camera and they got caught stealing the proof. That's really what happened. But anyway, that's when I believe the concrete was poured, and the hat, the Kansas City cheese hat, was on top of that concrete, so it was put in after the murder attempt on my life. And I had no inkling or idea that it had anything to do with the Hahns whatsoever, up until Susan Magana, that sister, called me and told me that they had a brother that was a real big Kansas City Chiefs fan. Okay, well, that was kind of a clue. And then just recently, a friend of mine up in that Fort Dallas area seen that Susan Tennis's obituary and went and looked it up at the funeral home, and the emblem or the logo on her obituary is a Kansas City Chiefs emblem. And that's real interesting because I got a Kansas City Chiefs hat that I'd already found under the cabinet from where I was shot from that I'd already knew had to be connected to the people that tried to murder me, not having any idea it had anything to do with any kind of law hunting thing. So anyway, that's the kind of the story of the day of the post I put out on Facebook today. Bernie, did you read that one? Not 3 times on the ceiling. If you go ahead and pop the ceiling now, make your noise. Matthew, starting at 12:35. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things, and the evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things. But I say to you that for every idle word man may speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Praise God. Hallelujah. That is the one we're going to post for today.